Namaskaram. Shri Mahaganapatiye Namaha. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to today's samarpanam on Mayilpeeli. Today we shall chant, learn and understand the slokas of Narayaneeyam Dasakam 30. Let us first chant the sloka and then understand the meaning. This Dasakam talks about the incarnation of the Lord as Vamana. When Mahabali became very powerful, Lord Vishnu took the incarnation of Vamana and begged for 3 feet of land. He then assumed the form of Trivikrama and measured the entire universe in 2 steps. Mahabali requested him to keep his 3rd step on his head. Lord Vishnu then liberated Mahabali and made this great Asura king to stay in Patala. Dasakam 30, Sloka 1. Shakrena samyati hatopi balir mahatma शुक्रेण जीविततनु क्रतुवर्धितोष्मा विक्रान्तिमान् भयनिलीनसुरां त्रिलोकीं चक्रे वशे स तव चक्रमुखादबीतः. In the earlier Dashakam, we learned that Indra kills Mahabali, who through his magical tactics made all the devas unconscious. The demon king Bali, though killed in the battle by Indra, was brought back to life by Shukracharya, the preceptor of the demons. Then Bali, by performing many sacrifices and by performing the Vishwajit sacrifice, grew in prowess, and he acquired more power and conquered the 3 worlds. Being the descendant of Prahalad, he was not afraid of the Supreme Lord's discus or chakra, the Sudarshana chakra. So Devas had to flee in fear of the victorious Bali, who conquered the 3 worlds where the Devas had hid themselves. Dashakam 30, Sloka 2. Putrarthi darshana vashadaditir vishanna tam kashyapam nijapatim sharanam prapanna tvatpujanam taduditam hi payovratakyam Sadvadashahamacharat vai bhakti purna. Bhattadri says, O Lord, Aditi, the mother of the gods, was heartbroken at the sight of her sons living in fear and sorrow. She besieged her husband Kashyapa for help to do something to save her sons. Further, by his advice, she observed the best form of worship to you called the Payovrata, lasting for 12 days with complete and staunch devotion. This Payovrata is observed for children and lasts for 12 days. Dashakam 30, Sloka 3. Tasya vadau tvayinilina materamushyaha Shyama chaturbhuja swayama virasihi Namram chatamiha bhavattanayo bhaveyam Gopyam madikshanamiti pralapannayasihi. O Lord, when the vrat was duly concluded, you appeared before Aditi, still immersed in you, with 4 arms and a complexion that was dark blue. As she prostrated before you, you promised to be born as her son, but cautioned her to keep your revelation a secret, and then you vanished, is what Bhattadri says in this shloka. Dashakam 30, Sloka 4. Tvam kashyapē tapasi sannidadattadānim praptosi garbhamadite pranutho vidatra prasuta cha prakata vaishnava divya rupam sadvadashi shravana punya dine bhavantam. O Lord, then embedding yourself in Kashyapa's austerity-born seed, you entered into Aditi's womb. Praised by Brahma, you were delivered as a divine child with evident marks of Vishnu's glory on the auspicious day of the confluence of Dwadashi and Shravana Nakshatra, which is called the Shravana Dwadashi. Dashakam 30, Sloka 5. Punyashramam tamabivarshati pushpavarshaihi Harshakule suragane krutaturya ghoshe पद्माञ्जलिं जय जयेति नुतः पृथुभ्यां त्वं तक्षणे पटुतमं वटुरूपमादाः. O Lord, the gods, exceedingly delighted by this divine birth, sounded auspicious instruments and showered flowers over the sacred hermitage of Kashyapa and Aditi. While the parents stood with folded hands, praising your glory repeatedly and heralding your victory, you instantly assumed the form of a dwarf or Vamana, a competent, handsome brahmachari, well versed in the Vedas. It is understood that the Lord as Vamana appears as a young, handsome brahmachari, ready to adorn the sacred thread, which makes a Brahmin eligible to ask for alms. Dasakam 30, Sloka 6. Tavat prajapati mukairupaniyamanji dandajinakshavalaya देदीप्यमानवपुरीशकृताग्निकार्यः त्वं प्रस्थिता बलिगृहं प्रकृताश्वमेधम्. O Lord, then and there your father Kashyapa Prajapati performed all the ceremonial rites from birth to the sacred thread ceremony. You were offered the maunchi grass, the danda or stick, the deer skin, the akshamala or string of beads and so on. Adorned by all these and shining with divine splendor, you completed the rites of the sacrificial fire and proceeded to the house of Mahabali, where he was performing the horse sacrifice or the Ashwamedha Yajna. We understand that, eligible to seek alms, the young handsome Brahmin boy Vamana sets off to Mahabali's place. Dasakam 30, Sloka 7. Gatrena bhavi mahimochita gauravam prag vyavrinvate vadaranim jalayannayasihi chatram paroshmatiranartamivadadano dandam chadanavajanesh vivasannidatum. O Lord, though dwarf-like in form, your dignified gait seemed to forecast the magnificent form you were to assume in the future by the movement of your body shaking the earth at every step. Your umbrella seemed to be held to ward off the enemy fire and your stick as if to strike down the demons with it. Dasakam 30, Sloka 8. Tam narmadotharatate hayamedashalam आसे दुषी त्वयि रुचा तव रुद्धनेत्रैः भास्वान् किमेष दहनोऽनुसनत्कुमारः योगी नुको यस्मिति शुक्रमुखैः शशङ्के. O Lord, as you approached the site of the horse sacrifice, situated on the northern bank of the river Narmada, the dazzling brilliance of your form blinded Shukracharya and other sages, and they wondered aloud, who could this be, whether you were the sun or fire or the sage Sanat Kumara. Dasakam 30, Sloka 9. Anitamashu bhrugubir mahasabhibhutaihi tvam ramya roopamasura pulaka vritangah bhaktya sameta sukruti paripujya padhau tattoyamanvadrutamurdhani tirthatirtham. Bhattadri says, O Lord, sage Bhrigu or Shukracharya and his clan, who were bedazzled by your radiance, hastily welcomed you. The blessed demon king Bali, who was overwhelmed with ecstasy on seeing your lustrous form, approached you and washing your feet reverently, sprinkled that sacred water, which having touched your feet was now holiest of all, on his head. Dasakam 30, Sloka 10. Prahlada-vamshadataya kratubhir-dvijeshu vishwasato-nutadidam ditijopi-lebe yatte pradambu-girishasya shiro-bilalyam Satvam Vibho Guru Puralaya Palayeta. O Lord, the sacred water flowing from your feet adorns the head of Lord Shiva. Although a demon by birth, the son of Diti, the demon king Bali, was fortunate enough to have it sprinkled on his head, perhaps due to his being born in the dynasty of Prahlada, or due to his sacrifices, or because of his faith in Brahmins and his service to holy men. Here Bhattadri says, O Guruvayurappa, may you, the glorious one, save me from all my afflictions. Hare Krishna. Govinda Nama Sankirtanam. Govinda Govinda. Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Shri Haraye Namaha. Shri Mahaperiyava Sharanam.